Show with no namers all around the world. Can I get an amen? Now, how about a hallelujah, people? Oh, yeah. Get ready for liftoff. Come on, we gotta go, folks. 5, 4, 3. Come on. Come on.
Ignition.
Get up there. Get on up. Get up.
Liftoff. 30 minutes.
Come on. Get up. Get ready.
Yes.
Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat.
And get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no name time. On Vaughn Radio. Can you feel it? We are gonna rock. Let's go. Welcome one, welcome all. Show with no namers. That's for you. For all the effort, for all the drive. La motivación, the drive. And for all the positive vibes you bring every day, not just to this show, but to all the shows here on Vaughn Radio. On behalf of all of us, I want to say thank you, and you freaking rock. You guys rock. Honestly, sois la leche. So thank you for learning, laughing, and spending your mornings, afternoons, and nights with us here on Vaughn Radio. As you know, we've got tons of amazing programs all day long. You can start your day with Rob Grams and the Pro Bo Show and his hot takes. A hot take es una opinión no popular. A hot take. You know, saying pizza's overrated. La pizza está sobrevalorada. What? No, but it's great because it gets you talking. That's the idea. Also, that's why we do our question of the week. It gets you talking. It gets you expressing yourself in English. And every time you do it, you're going to feel that much more comfortable. If you want to participate in this week's question of the week, tell us about your first crush. Don't go into too much detail. Tell us about your first crush. You can record a voice note on your phone. Keep it at around a minute, and you can send it to my email address. It's aalonso@grupovaughn.com. Again, aalonso@grupovaughn.com.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right. And speaking of our masters, right now we have got a killer deal. When I mean killer, I mean you're going to save 500 euros. Yeah, you heard correctly. 500 euros right now. We've got a special deal. I just shared the link with you, and it's our Executive Master en Inglés Profesional. Now, you can do that in person, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can do it via video conference. We've had over 4,000 students who have taken our Executive Masters, and it is one of our most amazing courses, and you can get it right now. with a 500, I'm serious, listen, 500 euro discount. Now, what's the catch? The catch is it's a limited time offer. So you've got to jump on this, guys. If you're thinking about getting a master's program, or if you've ever thought about doing the Vaughn Master's program, this is the time. But the deadline, the 31st of January, that's 2025, just in case they repeat this in 2027. And if you're listening to this in 2027, hello from the past. So 500 euro, I mean, that is a huge discount, man. So if you ever thought about signing up for our masters, now's the time, because, well, what could you do with 500 euros? Think about that. 500 euros, you could go to London for the weekend with Ryanair and stay in a cheap hotel. You couldn't spend too much money, but okay, maybe I'm using a bad example. You could go to Lisbon, Portugal for the weekend for 500 euros. I mean, or save it. Save your pennies for a rainy day, as we say. But this is not, see, the good thing about English materials, courses, whatever it may be, it's an investment. It's not an expenditure, if you will. So if you're thinking about investing in your future, check it out. I just shared the link with you. It's the Vaughan Executive Masters in Inglés Profesional, 500 euro discount. Also, we've got another thing now, and it's awesome. It's called Vaughan Talk Master. Vaughan Talk Master. Let me actually share the link too, because we've got a lot of new and exciting things here at Vaughan. So I want to make sure you guys are in the know. Either way, the best way to be in the know, enterados, is by following Vaughan on social media. So make sure you're following Grupo Vaughan. We're on Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and you can find out about this. Now, Talkmaster, it uses AI. It's an app that you download on your phone, and it's a personalized learning experience using the Vaughan method, and it's really cool. I was playing with it the other day. So 2 things you should check out. One of them is a course. It's our Masters in Inglés Profesional. Again, 500 euro discount. And if you're looking for fun new ways to learn English as well, from the comfort of your smartphone, from in the palm of your hand, I was going to say, en la palma de la mano, we say the same thing, in the palm of your hand, well, you've got Vaughan Talk Master. So check it all out. The best way to make sure you're not missing anything is to, of course, follow us on social media, and then you'll know about upcoming events such as our trivia night. Do you want to have some fun with your fellow students and your teachers? Do you like challenges? Do you like practicing your English? Well, then Vaughan Radio Trivia Night is what you've been looking for. Join us Tuesday, February 4th at 8 p.m. for another Vaughan Radio Trivia Night. Chris Frank, the host of Frankly Speaking, will be hosting this month. So mark your calendars. Tuesday, February 4th at 8 p.m. at the Toast Tap Room in Malasaña, Calle San Vicente Ferrer 33. Join us for another Vaughan Radio Trivia Night. Fun for the whole family. See you there. That's right, you can bring the whole family along. Everybody loves a good challenge. And speaking of a good challenge, well, I think it's time for our first challenge on today's show. It's our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah.
Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
That's right, amigos. It's our pop quiz here on the show with no name. And as always, what I do is I take a look at something from one of the materials available at Von Tienda. As you know, you've got a plethora, a wealth of materials available, and they're dirt cheap when you think of, all the content that's in each one. For example, the one we're going to look at today, the vocabulary books. Those are chock full of content. And when you're done, if you've looked at all our vocabulary books, listened, because remember, they all come with audio as well, you should have a wide range, una amplia gama, a wide range of vocabulary at your disposal. Probably more than a native speaker who hasn't been in school in 30 years. You catch what I'm saying there? So you'll be... I notice it sometimes with my wife. She's like, no sé la palabra en español. And I'm like, pam. And she's like, yes. And it's porque lo tengo más reciente, right? I looked at, she learned that word when she was, 10 years old, and she hasn't used it in 15 years, some random word in this case. But the good thing about the vocabulary lists, the one we're going to look at today, Richard Vaughn handpicked these words because these are the words he believes you need to know. And if you haven't seen these are great. Our vocabulary books at Vaughn, available at thevontienda.com. Again, if you stop by in person, it's an even better experience because you can tell us a little bit about yourself and we can maybe guide you in the right direction, tell you about special deals. Remember, we have got offices located in Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, and Zaragoza. But you can always reach out also via social media. That's another reason you should follow us, because you'll know what's going on, you'll get content, and you'll also be able to get in touch with us whenever you have a question or you want to know maybe more about this special deal with the Masters program. All right. Well, as always, I want you to listen carefully, and then afterwards, I will have some challenges for you.
All right, let's take a look at some vocabulary. Okay, we're going to look at different kinds of doctors.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look at the first one. Traumatólogo.
Orthopedic surgeon.
Orthopedic surgeon. Great. Orthopedic surgeon. Okay, fisioterapeuta.
Physiotherapist.
Or physio. Say a physio as well, right? Ginecólogo.
Gynecologist.
Ginecólogo, no sé si lo he dicho bien.
Ginecólogo.
Ginecólogo. Es que no los uso. Ahora, no voy a ese médico. Yeah. A gynecologist. Okay, we can also say an OBGYN.
Yeah, what does that stand for?
Eso no sé. Obstetrician, gynecology, something like this, probably obstetrician, gynecology, something like this. Como te digo, it's not my expertise, no es no sé mucho de este médico, nunca he ido. Ok, vamos a ver. Oftalmólogo.
Ophthalmologist.
Okay, good. Alergista.
Allergist.
Good. Pediatra.
Pediatrician.
Good. Okay. Anestesista.
I don't know.
Anesthesiast.
I don't know.
Okay. And in the States, you also say anesthesiologist.
Oh, okay.
No, si quieres hasta hacerlo más difícil. It's a difficult one, really.
How to say that?
Okay. This one's anesthesiast.
Anesthesiast. Okay.
Urologo.
Urologist.
Urologist, right? Neurocirujano.
Neurosurgeon,
right? Okay. And the last one, a ver si me sale esto en español. Are you ready for this one? ¿Estás listo para eso?
Otorrinolaringólogo.
Toma, esa. Tú lo ves ahí.
Otolaryngologist.
Me parece, pero no sé, ¿eh? Como digo, no es uno que suelo usar mucho.
Me neither.
Pero, but yeah. These are different kinds of doctors, right? Cardiólogo, do you know?
Cardiologist.
Eso es más fácil, cardiologist. Lo bueno de los términos de medicina son muy parecidos porque todos vienen de latín. Itis, todo eso. Hay unos ejemplos que podemos mirar en la segunda página, así que practica los ejercicios con el nuevo vocabulario. All right, let's take a look at some vocabulary. Now, would you consider yourself a PI?
PI? What's that?
Private investigator.
Oh, I'd like to be one.
Didn't you see Tom Selleck had a TV show a long time ago called Magnum PI, and PI is private investigator.
Oh.
There are different names that are used for detective, of course, because you can't say that's my detective, that's my PI, that's my. So what happens is they've come up with these different words for detectives, right? And detectives investigate crime. Pero investigación en una empresa es distinta. ¿Cómo decimos esta?
Investigation.
Research.
Sure. Sorry.
Investigation is more crime and finding something wrong. Research is more just, studying all different angles of the market and things like that. All right, so let's take a look at a few examples. Okay, ¿cómo decimos lupa?
Magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass. Okay, perros rastreadores.
Sniffer dogs.
Sniffer dogs, that's right. Microscopio.
Microscope.
Ninidrina, que no sé ni yo lo que es,
Ninidrina.
pero vamos a aprenderlo todo juntos.
Ninhydrin.
Yeah, sounds good to me. A mí me gusta, ¿eh? Antecedente penal.
Criminal record file.
Right, exactly. Criminal record file, right? So if you say, I have a clean record, significa, estás hablando de criminal record, okay? Huellas dactilares.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints. ADN.
DNA.
DNA, muy bien. Huellas de pies.
Footprints.
Footprints. Rastro, olor.
Scent.
Scent. Arma.
Weapon.
Okay, good. ¿Y qué rastro de otro rastro? Como se fueron sin rastro.
Without track.
Without a trace.
Without a trace.
Without a trace. Desaparecieron. They disappeared without a trace. I guess we'll have to investigate this one. ¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
That's right, amigos. Weekend Town. It's awesome. For those of you who are thinking about doing our star program, Vaughn Town, well, now you've got Weekend Town. And Weekend Town is, I'm telling you, it's perfect. I mean, not everybody has a week. I know personally I can't just go away for a week. But everybody has a weekend. So it's Weekend Town. It's just one of the many initiatives we've got for you in 2025. Stop by our website, grupovon.com, and follow on social media. And this way you'll know about everything, including one of our latest books, 365, bueno, debería decirlo en español, 365 días de wellness e inglés. And that's great because it focuses on, obviously, on English, fitness, mindset, and nutrition. And it's one of our latest, greatest books. You've also got Richard Vaughn's autobiography. So a lot of great, great stuff at the Vaughn Tienda. They're also available at Casa del Libro and, como decimos en inglés, wherever fine books are sold. All right, now, I've got some challenges for you. You just heard some audio from Vocabulario en Inglés, which is, again, available at Vaughn Tienda. It's part of a collection of vocabulary books, and it's got the gamut. El gamut se escribe. The gamut, la gama. Everything, adjectives, adverbs, nouns, all different parts of speech. And then, as you guys know, and as we do every day here in our pop quiz, then what we have to do is make sure we just take those words and we put them in context, right? And that's up to you. First, you've got to familiarize yourself with them, what they look like, what they sound like, right? And then how to use them. All right, so the first one is operar. I want you to use operar. Yeah, we were talking about surgeons, like a surgeon, cutting for the very first time, like a surgeon. You guys know the Madonna version of the song is like a virgin, like como una virgen, right? Well, Weird Al Yankovic, he's awesome. His is like a surgeon. So what does a surgeon do? How do you say el cirujano, por ejemplo, if you want to use that same word, operó a mucha gente? Hey, you can even use it, as I always tell you, to personalize it. You can use it in your own context. ¿Alguna vez has tenido una intervención? I know that's another way you say it here in Spain. So that's our first one, operarse. Okay, le han operado el brazo. What? You can use it however you want. The idea is we've got to see if you A, know it, and then B, know how to use it correctly. The next one, you say la UCI, right? La UCI. Well, how do we say it in English? Use it in context. All right? La UCI. We looked at another one. We looked at ADN, which in English is DNA, right? So there's a little clue. Maybe we just move the letters around a little bit. O también, si quieres, this is a good idea. Así practicamos el stand for. Sí, vamos a hacerlo así. Quiero que me digas UCI en inglés. Stands for significa, right? Porque el stands for, it's really important to know this phrasal verb because it's the one we use when we use abbreviation. So you say USA. Well, there, USA stands for, obviously, United States of America. Okay, what's another one? EU stands for European Union, la Unión Europea. One we used before. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. Acuérdate, en inglés es al revés. So the second one, quiero que me digas UCI en inglés, la palabra en inglés, las letras, porque son letras, stands for, significa tal cosa. And the last one is one that I looked at over there with Julia as well. And it's called, oh, by the way, Julia was at our last trivia night. She was at the one hosted by Rob and Andy. So it was great to see her as well. She used to work with us, and she's worked on many of my books and many of the materials at Vaughn Radio. She had a very successful radio show, and so you never know. Guy Williams was there. You never know who's going to show up at our Vaughn Radio trivia nights. I am going to definitely be there. Well, I hate to say that word. Chances are I'll be there. Chances are, no, la probabilidad es que voy a estar. It's February 4th, as I said before, and it's hosted by your friend, my friend, our friend, Chris Frank, the host of the show, Frankly Speaking. And as I said, don't know what to do with the kids. Bring them. Yeah, they can eat some food. My daughter went last time. She was there. She was playing with Andy's kids. She was hanging out with Shrina and other people. So it's a family affair, folks. If you've never been, come. If you've been, then you know you're in for a good time. So the third and final thing is sin rastro. Let me go over all three of the pop quiz challenges. Number one, operar. You've got to use the word operar in contexto. The next one, tell me how to say UCI in English and tell me what the letters mean. And the third one, sin rastro. Sin rastro. If I'm not mistaken, isn't this the name of a TV show or a movie? It's got to be. I would bet my life that it is. Folks, we have got to go to a quick commercial break right now. But when we come back, we are going to listen to our Say What soundbite for the first and second time. Then we'll take a look at your pop quiz answers, and then we'll mosey on over. To mosey on over, ir sin prisa, tranquilidad, con tranquilidad. We'll mosey on over Toma como tiene. Vamos a ver cómo se escribe. I think it's mosey. To mosey. Pasear, caminar sin prisa. Deambular, we'll mosey on over to our spelling bee. No rush, because once we get there, you know, we turn up the heat. Subimos la presión, especially in round one. But I know you. You guys love heat. Presión. You love challenges, and we've got many more when we come back. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio, where you can learn English all day long with my great friends, Jimena Holiday. She's right after this show with Test Your English. Right before this show, you can learn English with my buddy Fitz in his program, No Excuses. And you've got English all day long, whether you want more of a class or a conversation. Two amigos shooting the breeze. También se puede decir shooting the shit. Estando de cháchara. I'm talking about Rob and Andy in the lunchtime show. You can't get more real English than that. It's as real as it gets. It's not English teacher English, if you will. Por decirlo. That's the lunchtime show every day right after Jimena's show. So you've got this show, well, you got Fitz, then you've got this show, then you've got Jimena, then you've got the lunchtime show. I mean, hello. You can hang out with my friends all morning and afternoon. And we hope to see you over at the Vaughn Radio Trivia Night as well. Always a fun time. All right, let's kick off the second part of today's show with the Say What soundbite. Come on. Say what? What? Yes, yes. Say what soundbite. All right, folks. Well, I just took a look at something because I wasn't exactly sure how it would work for you guys, but I did the research, como vimos en el audio, la investigación. What do you have to do if you want to download our free, absolutely free, well, you get a free trial, una prueba. It's not absolutely free because after a week, well, it'll ask you, of course, to sign up officially. But you can get a free trial with our Talk Master, it's called. So you go to your App Store, tu tienda donde tienes las aplicaciones en tu móvil, Google Play, the App Store at Apple, and search for Talk Master. Punch in Talk Master, punch in, is mételo. And then what you have to do is you have to go over to Vaughn Student World. It's our online platform. And you sign up. It's free. and you can sign up. You'll have content there. And this way also, you're in our Vaughn Student World. Google it, Vaughn Student World, because you'll need an account there to get this, okay? I'm telling you the steps to save you the time here. So download it. Make sure you're signed up at the Vaughn Student World, and you'll see you'll have tons of resources at your fingertips there. And once you're in the Vaughn Student World, there's a menu on the left, okay? There you hit Talk Master, and you can hit the button. You can click on where it says Activar tu demo gratuita. And there you go. It'll ask you for your Vaughn Student World information, which is kind of like, you know, how we would identify you in the Vaughn world. It's called Talk Master, and you can try it out for a week for free. Hey, you've got nothing to lose. Go to Vaughn Student World and sign up. And hey, I'd like to know what you guys think of it. I know Rob Grams was using it the other day as well. I've already gotten some feedback on it. But either way, even if you don't like apps and things like that, and you don't want to do the Talk Master thing, you should sign up for the free, and this is totally free. It's not a free trial. It's the Vaughn Student World. It's a platform that has free content. It's like a forum as well. As I said, in 2025, we've got a lot of great initiatives, my amigos. All right, now let's listen to our Say What soundbite. As always, we're going to hear this 4 times. You'll have 4 chances to jot down everything you hear. Initially, I just want you to tell me what you heard in your own words. All right, my amigos, here's your Say What soundbite for the first time.
It was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. We always just, I don't know, we never were like crazy party animals per se. I don't think. I mean, we never really got into really drugs or anything. Never got in trouble. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. We just kept a good image, and I guess that still upholds, I guess.
All right, there you go. Well, the guy says, I don't know a lot of times. So te puedes quitar un par de I don't knows de ahí, okay? Just for the sake of, space, sitio en tu comentario, you can take out some of the I don't know, because he says that a lot, all right? In fact, it sounds like he's being put on the spot. To be put on the spot es como te hacen una pregunta que te incomoda. But, all right, well, let's hear it again. These are my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Here's your Say What soundbite for the second time.
It was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. We always just, I don't know, we never were like crazy party animals per se. I don't think. I mean, we never really got into really drugs or anything. Never got in trouble. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. We just kept a good image, and I guess that still upholds, I guess.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mhm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así de gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit.
That's right, folks. My latest book, This Book is the Shit. And remember, I've got 5 books available at Vaughn Tienda, but you've got so many options here. And in fact, I've got my first book in front of me right here. And this is a collector's item. Let me tell you why. If you're watching the video, you can see this. It's English everywhere. And it's not the pocket version. It's the original version with CDs. So that's pretty awesome. And since we're going to be talking a little bit about hospitals, I figured, well, why don't we warm up with a little review and see how well you guys know this doctor/hospital vocabulary. All right, let's see. Médico, that's easy. It's not doctor, it's doctor. La O es como una doctor. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. And then, how do we say enfermera o enfermero? Nurse, right? La U es como una E in español. Nurse, right? Nurse. Also in the States, we say RN, registered nurse. She's an RN, okay? Let's see. How would we say puntos? Le dieron 4 puntos. He got 4 stitches. Also, there's an idiomatic expression. To be in stitches means you're cracking up. Te partes el culo de la risa. You're not going to be in stitches if you get stitches. Espera, esta la voy a apuntar. This is a good double trouble for the future, right? You're not going to be in stitches. No vas a reírte a carcajadas if you need stitches. Si necesitas puntos. Y punto. Period. Or as the British say, full stop. All right, let's see this one. Let's see if you know this one. This one's a great one because it's also a TV show. Bata médica. You know, this green uniform here. We call them scrubs. Scrubs. Also, if you think about it, a surgeon, antes de operar, ahora vamos a ver vuestras respuestas, they also have to scrub their hands. No deberían limpiar bien las manos, frotar. So that's a great double trouble too, and I'm going to write that one down as well. So I told the surgeon to scrub his hands before he put on his scrubs. Great. Hey, we got a lot of double troubles coming out of here. What about camilla? Now, this is if I think of soccer, I think of sports. Usually they take you away on one of these, right? And they'll bring you to the ambulance. Do you know what this is called? Me encanta el nombre. Alguien ha tenido sentido de humor aquí. A stretcher. Estírate. It's a stretcher. Oh, my goodness. Bisturí. I remember the first time I heard this word. A doctor, in fact, un amigo que es médico, told me the word. He said, bueno, los bisturí. I'm like, what is bisturí? Bisturí? I didn't know what he was saying. And then he explained, and I said, oh, a scalpel. So the cutting device that's used during surgery. One of the many tools, a scalpel. Okay. What about ambulancia? I know what you're thinking. That's easy. Pero has dicho ambulance or ambulance? Because la U no es U, it's you. Ambulance. Somebody please call an ambulance. Call 911. 911 es el 112, aquí. Okay? What about Gaza? Not the Gaza, fíjate la diferencia, the Gaza Strip, la franja de Gaza. No, Gaza. We say gauze, gauze. And tirita? Well, the British say plasters. Can I have a plaster? We call them Band-Aids, que es la marca registrada, de hecho. Band-Aids. Okay? All right, a couple more, and we'll check your answers over here. Oh, this is one I like to look at. This is all coming from my book, English Everywhere. If you have the book, we are on page 106. It's chapter 25. As you know, this, as with all our materials at the Von Tienda, they come with audio. Remember this. No es lo mismo en inglés. I feel bad than I don't feel well. Okay? So, I feel bad. Me siento culpable. I feel bad. I shouldn't have said that. Right? Also, I feel bad for someone. Me da pena tal persona. So be careful. When we feel bad in English, it doesn't mean we feel sick, right? It's a little bit different. No lo traducimos directamente, okay? I don't feel well. I'm not feeling so hot. I'm under the weather. I feel sick. I feel ill, but not I feel bad, porque esto es culpabilidad. All right. What about me duele la garganta? You can say my throat hurts, but also it's very common to say I have a sore throat. Sore lo hemos visto también con músculos. If you work out, you get sore muscles, agujetas. Sore significando dolorido. De hecho, a sore loser, somebody who doesn't know how to lose well, right? They don't like losing, all right? So you've got all of this stuff in my first book. I was going to say my latest book. Look, here's one we looked at last week, last week on the show when we were looking at the doctors, the Blackwell sisters. And es como agua de mayo. It's just what the doctor ordered. Lo vimos en un double trouble. Me viene genial. It's just what the doctor ordered. Y te puedes imaginar Dr. Pepper, la marca Dr. Pepper de refresco. Claro que usan eso como su slogan, right? They say, just what the doctor ordered. I mean, it's a perfect name. Justo lo que te pedía el cuerpo. Another one, my daughter loves this one. And this is why we eat a lot of fruit at home. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day keeps it. This just means, it doesn't mean you have to eat an apple a day. It means eat healthy, right? Healthy habits mean you won't have to visit the doctor too often. This one my daughter loves, and esto no es literal. Es más, oh, qué pesado. A pain in the neck. También se puede decir a pain in the ass. Okay? Man, he's a real pain in the neck. O directamente, he's a pain. Un pesado. Don't be a pain in the neck. So sometimes when we're eating, my cat, Kike, likes to come up and, try and eat our food. And I'm like, Kike, you're being a pain in the neck. So esta la sabe mi hija muy bien. And the last one here, we were in stitches, which we already looked at. Y la penúltima es mañana le operan. But we're going to look at your answers. Let's see who's with us here in our chat room, hanging out and learning English with us. There's David in the house. David says, good morning, Alberto and mates. Good morning to you, David. Wonderful to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. And also all of you who are tuned in, who are not tuned in live. You're listening to this later in the afternoon, in the evening. Thank you to all of you as well. You are all show with no namers, no matter how you listen to this show, whether it's at midnight, whether it's via podcast, whether it's on your phone, whether it's, with headphones or on the big speaker system in your house. There's no wrong way. I thank you. I thank you for tuning in and learning with us. I left you some links over there in our virtual classroom. These are links for the master's deal, the 500 euros off. You've also got the Wellness e Inglés the newest material, and the Vaughn Talk Master. So if you're in the YouTube video right now, you can click on those links to get direct access, and you can check them out for yourself. All right, let's see. Born to Iron Man. There he is. He says, morning, folks. How are you doing? Great. Great to have you with us, Born to Iron Man. We know you are just revving your engines for today's spelling bee. I know you're revving, que viene de revoluciones, right? You're revving your engines and you're ready to go. Let's see. The first person to participate in our pop quiz is Born to Iron Man. I told you he was revving his engines. He says, I was under the knife in October 2020. I was under or I went under, también muy natural. I went under the knife. Okay, esto es la forma to go under the knife. Que te operan. Okay. He went, suena, yeah. Because it's not a knife, right? We said it's a scalpel, bisturí, right? So, but it's a scary way to say it, but we use it. Sí que lo usamos. Right? Because I guess you have to have a sense of humor when you're going under the knife, when you're being operated on. Y a eso quería ir con el operated. No te aprendas la palabra operated sin aprender la preposición on que le acompaña. Because we wouldn't say he was operated last year. He was operated on. Operated on. Did on. O sea, ponlo junto, porque así es como va a ir. Have you ever been operated on? Right? So practícalo junto. It's like listen with two. It's like wait with four. They go together, right? Certain things just go together. Majestic and mountains, breathtaking and views, right? So there are just things that go together. Lovely and afternoons. What a lovely afternoon, you know? Or a lovely evening. Una velada, I think you say. So great. Not great that you went under the knife, but I'm glad you came back around again and you're stronger than ever. I know you are. He said, I was under the knife in October 2020. Then he says, UCI stands for Unión Ciclista Internacional in Spanish. Oh, okay. That stinks when you have to share it. De hecho, pasó con the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. Well, they didn't realize that the World Wildlife Federation had registered the trademark first. So they had to change, and now it's WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, si no me equivoco. But when I was a kid, there was only one WWF. It was Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. That was the WWF, not the little panda logo. You know, that was not WWF. But hey, when it comes to a legal battle, it's not about, you know, who's prettier, who's, you know, which one I like the best. It's a legal thing. Who registered WWF first? Well, it's yours. You have permission to use it. So that's it reminds me of that case. Unión, and I didn't know about that. I knew it was intensivo de unidad de cuidados intensivos, which again, the good thing about knowing that is then it'll help you know it in English too. It's quite similar. So he says UCI stands for Unión Ciclista Internacional in Spanish, and ICU stands for Intensive Care Unit. There you go. And there's a song by the rapper Notorious Big, Biggie Smalls. He goes, when I see you down in ICU. You get it? Cuando yo te vea en la UCI. When I see you down in ICU. You get it? It's like I owe you. It's like yo te debo, right? They're three letters. So I see you. Did anybody catch that? Because nobody says, oh, he was in the intensive care unit. It's too long. He was in the ICU for several weeks. And the last one, Born to Iron Man, he says, King Arthur? There's not a trace. He was a historical person. All right. Ni rastro. Without a trace. Not a trace. Great. To trace is also something you do. It has to do with art. Trazar. Quería seguir. Yeah. Delinear, trazar. Tiene sentido. Trace, trazar. Quite similar, wouldn't you say? So to trace something. That could be a great double trouble in the future. So wonderful job, my amigo. Born to Iron Man. Also, Born to Iron Man are you the only one participating in Born to Iron Man? There are more people here, but you guys are leaving him hanging, huh? Estáis dejando tirado al amigo. All right, well, let's see how he did. He's participating in our Say What soundbite, which we're going to hear another 2 times. I don't think it's that difficult today, but we shall see. Veremos. He says, we can listen to a man speaking a mile a minute using some filling words. Yeah, these fillers or filling, I would say filler words, right? Filler de relleno. Yeah, he's using a lot of like, really, I don't know, I guess. Dice, I guess, creo 2 o 3 veces. So I guess that can tell us a little bit about the guy. A, he's not a good communicator. Maybe. B, they put him on the spot. Le pillaron en un apuro, like a deer in headlights, como decimos, como ciervo en los focos de un coche, like, me? Uh-oh. But yeah, or maybe he's nervous for some reason. But yeah, that says a lot about you, if you use a lot of these filler words, like, I can't take it. Also, I'm a linguist, so I make sure I don't do that. And I'm guilty, like everybody, of saying, maybe one too many times. But I try to avoid it at all costs. Excuse me. So he says, we can listen to a man speaking a mile a minute using some filler words, pinpointing that the situation was weird for him, maybe because they were crazy party animals. Great job. Excellent. Amigos, we have got to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with much more, so stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 3 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you're learning. I hope you're repeating the different things we look at aloud, right? Porque ya hemos visto bastante vocabulario, expresiones, estructuras, right? As I say, maybe in a typical show, we'll go over anywhere from 50 to 100 different concepts. Concepts meaning vocabulary words, pronunciation things, common mistakes, grammar, tidbits, píldoras o trocitos de gramática. Well, it's a variety show. So we don't only look at different topics and have different sections, but we look at all different parts of speech. We look at adjectives, nouns, verbs. I know your favorite idiomatic expressions. I know you love your idiomatic expressions. You know how I know it? Because I love them too. I love learning them in Spanish. Sure I do. All right, well, in this part of the show, we're going to kick off with our homophones. Then we've got our Say What soundbite. That'll be the 3rd listen. And then we've got our dreaded, temido spelling bee. And today, I'll warn you now, muchos vocales. A lot of vowels. A vowel. Careful, that's a false friend. Vocal. Vocal, algo que tiene que ver con la voz. Your vocal cords. But also, if you say Jim is very vocal, it means that he doesn't hide his opinion. Hey, there's another double meaning. We've looked at a lot of double troubles today, but it's not time for double trouble right now, my amigos. No way. It's time for homophones on the show with no name.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones or not here on the show with no name. I'm going to give you 2 words. You may or may not be familiar with these words, but hopefully by the end of this section, you'll know. No, not hopefully. Definitely. You'll definitely know if these are homophones or not. But first, I want to put it out there. I want to see what you think, and we'll find out in a bit. We'll see what these words are. We'll take a look at double meanings. We'll look at any other pronunciation hacks. Maybe it's an irregular verb. Maybe it's regular, so we'll look at all that jazz. And obviously what we do every day, because I think if you can make the sound once, you can make it 100 times. We look for rhyming words as well. And I'll tell you something. This is the way we learned. Seriously, native speakers, ¿cuál no rima de estas 5? And you'd have to say them. Rise, raise, right? And that one's not. So, as always, I think this is a section where if you can, I know some of you might be, in a public place or listening from the office or whatever, but whenever possible, say this part aloud, because this is the part where we really look at those nuances, donde pronunciarlo bien es la diferencia entre un right? Okay, here we go. The first word is precio. Precio. But like every word in English, it can be verbified. Okay, so it's not just a noun, it's también tasar algo. Okay? Tasar o valorar. También es etiquetar, poner el precio. Ese tiene sentido, ¿no? Okay? Ponerle la etiqueta con el precio. And we've also got expressions like you guys. A un precio, a un coste, a cualquier precio, a mitad de precio, precio de ganga, right? And many, many more. Wow. Yeah. Okay. a lot of uses here. Okay. Fijar el precio. También when we say this too, it's not solo el precio de algo en dinero, pero el precio de tener una casa en la playa donde hay tornados, pues es que a veces tienes, right? So it's not just in that literal form of how much is it. All right, and the second word is premio, okay? It's also a verb. Like I said, many words, if not all of them, can be verbified. So it's premio, pero también es valorar o apreciar. And the good news, normalmente tiene sentido, ¿no? Si valoran tu trabajo, te dan un premio, right? So, si aprecian, pues viene el premio. So it makes sense. They are linked. It's not a word that doesn't have anything to do with it, right? So, that is premio, valorar, apreciar, de concurso, as an adjective. También recompensa. It's another way of saying recompensa, which I know you know from those Wild West signs. Wanted, right? It says wanted, and then below, what does it say? Se busca is wanted, because we don't say looking for. I say wanted, no? Se desea, se busca. Same idea. And the other one says recompensa, reward. Well, this is another way of saying this as well. So there you go, my amigos. Those are your 2 words. Very, very rich words, used quite often in the language. And we'll take a look at them in just a moment. We'll see what you guys came up with. Also, let me give you today's Say What soundbite for the 3rd time.
It was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. We always just, I don't know, we never were like crazy party animals per se. I don't think. I mean, we never really got into really drugs or anything. Never got in trouble. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. We just kept a good image, and I guess that still upholds, I guess.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town. That's right, folks. Vaughan Town. We've also got Weekend Town. And don't forget, if you're thinking about doing our masters, right now's the time. You get a €500 discount. Again, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money that you save. So if there was ever a point in your life where you thought about signing up for our masters, now's the time. But you only have until the 31st of January. That's January 31st. And, well, hopefully, my amigos, you will take advantage of this. Or, I mean, at least take a look at it, see if it's something that's in your budget, something that you've been thinking about doing. But if you were ever toying with the idea, what better incentive than saving €500? All right, let's go over to our group over here. I gave you your homophones for today. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says, I used to ride a bicycle branded Cannondale Beastudie Scalpel. Oh, that's an interesting name for a bike. I know the brand Cannondale, but Scalpel, why did that's a weird name, because I think of like something that would slash a tire. No, algo que te puede rajar el neumático. I don't know. It's like calling an airline Crash Airlines, right? Líneas aéreas choca. Yeah, that would be horrible, you know? Crash and burn airlines. What? No, thanks. Well, it's funny. You've got here in Spain, I know sometimes I see that there are appliances, electrodomésticos, also heaters, water heaters and things that are made by a company called Junkers. Do you know what a junker is in my country? I know they're German, if I'm not mistaken, right? A junker es algo para la basura, algo que no vale. So, yeah, it's important when you name something, because instantly people feel a certain way about it without even thinking about it. Different words give us a different reaction. And that's a weird name, because I get Cannondale fire, Cannondale air, like air, fire, wildebeest. ¿Cómo se dice wildebeest en español? Let's see, a wildebeest. Wildebeest is un new. Yeah, wildebeest. We also say a new as well, not new. We say it more like, well, maybe British people say, like, I saw a new yesterday. We would say a new, but a wildebeest. I love that word. It's a great word. All right, amigos. So let's see. Born to Iron Man says, we miss Chris, Laura, Elena, and the rest of the gang. Where are you? Well, I don't know. There are other people here in the group with you, Born to Iron Man, but they're sitting on their fingers right now because they're here, but they're not participating. So, which is weird. That tells me that the girls are not here today because they wouldn't leave you hanging. I trust them, and I don't think they would do that to you, buddy. So I imagine it's just people who cannot participate but would like to join us anyway. All right, let's see our homophones. Let's see. The first one is correct, Born to Iron Man, and the second one is also correct. And he says they don't sound alike. All right, well, let me say both words for you. The first word is price. Price. Okay. Now, price
rhymes with rice. Say them with me. It rhymes with mice. It rhymes with suffice. Me vale. That suffices. Una palabra un poco chunga y larga. It rhymes with twice, right? I paid that price twice, 2 times, twice. Okay, are you saying it with me? All right, so that one is ice. Es el mismo sonido que hielo. If you know how to say hielo, then you know how to say it, okay? There's a price for that ice. If you mix it with rice, okay, then the mice will come. The second word, prize. Prize. All right, let me say them both together. Price, prize. Price, prize. Absolutely not homophones. They are not at all. No way. So, price, we just rhymed words with. The second word, prize. O sea, se extiende el sonido vocal, aunque sea la misma. Price, prize. Ay. Uno's ay and one's ay. It's a little bit longer. And it's the ending sound too. So price es una S, la primera. Like rice, like ice. The second one, prize, es una theta. Zzz. So prize, rise, lies, realize, right? If you're noticing, that one has a longer vowel sound. And of course, it's got that zzz, the same sound you'll hear in the word easy, easy. So great job. They are not homophones. Price and prize. Now, also, I will tell you a word that is a homophone here, and that's the word to pry en tercera persona. Okay? To pry is to ask personal questions. So he always pries about our lottery prize. Okay? And that one is P-R-Y. And in the third person, that Y turns to an I, and it's I-E-S. So there is a homophone in there. Price, no hay nada. No, price no tiene ninguna que se me ocurre, ¿eh? But prize, he always pries, siempre curiosea. He always pries to see what the prize is going to be. All right, it's time to move on now to today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right. It's our Spelling Bee here on the show with no name. This is where I'm going to make you sweat. Sweat like you can't sweat no more. That's right, amigos. This is the toughest section. This is not for the faint of heart. No es apto para cardíacos. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says, do you know the Spanish rock band Wildebeest? No. Fíjate. Entonces conocíais la palabra. Wildebeest. Wildebeest. No, you'll have to send me some songs. He says, well, they really were new, or as new as we say in English, the animal. The one and only Rosendo Mercado, used to be its singer. Well, now that you say it, the name Rosendo rings a bell. Rosendo definitely rings a bell. If I'm not mistaken, my wife is a huge fan of Rosendos, but I wasn't familiar with the band Wildebeest, or New, as they were called before that. So awesome. Thank you for a little bit of that totally native Spanish culture, music culture. All right, let's do round one of today's Spelling Bee. I know you guys are going to pull it off. Let's capitalize the first letter of every word, and we'll see how you do, amigos. All right, the first one is Jane space Austen. The second one is Pride space ampersand space PrejudIce. The third one is UNITED space KINGDOM. The fourth one, ELIZABETH space BENNET. The fifth one, HERTFORDSHIRE. The sixth one is T period space EGERTON. ¿Qué tiene que ver la Universidad de Oxford con Vaughan? Pues muchísimo. Es una alegría anunciar que Vaughan ha sido certificado como centro examinador de Oxford Test of English. A partir del próximo mes de marzo 2023, podrás hacer los exámenes de Oxford Test of English en los centros de Vaughan. Si quieres más información sobre esta iniciativa de Vaughan y Oxford, puedes ver más en nuestra página web, grupovaughan.com. O bien síguenos en redes sociales para más información. Oxford Test of English con Vaughan. Brilliant. That's right. It's absolutely brilliant. It is the Oxford Test of English, and it's here on Vaughan. You can go to any of our centers, or you can ask for more information over at our website. There's un contáctanos, or I think really the easiest way to really be connected with us is by following on social media. Whatever platform you use, we're there. All right, let's take a look. We've got Born to Iron Man taking a stab at today's spelling bee. The first one is correct. Wow, I really went fast, dude. Let's see if you got these. The first one's correct. The second one is also correct. The third one's perfect. The fourth one is perfect. The fifth one as well. And I can't believe it. The sixth one is perfect. Great job. Born to Iron Man. You got it on the first go. I'm telling you, you are definitely in the big leagues. Estás jugando en primera, amigo. Unfreaking believable. All right, well, this is for the rest of us. Yo incluso, who, well, we're just not as quick. Hey, I've got other things I'm good at, but getting things quickly, it takes me time to, soak it in, to assimilate it, and not Born to Iron Man. He's like, he not only soaks it in, but he throws it right back at me, and in record time. So excellent job, Born to Iron Man, once again. All right, round two. This is where I go at a very normal speed, okay? Normal and kind of leaning towards slow, no? De normal tirando para lento. All right, so I want everybody to at least try, see how many you can get here in round two. The first name is Jane space Austen. The second one is Pride space ampersand, which is the and symbol, space Prejudice. The third one is United space Kingdom. The fourth one,
ELIZA space BENNET. The fifth one, HERTFORDSHIRE. And the sixth and final one, T period. Or the British would say full stop. We say period. T period space EGERTON. All right, those are your spelling bee words. As Born to Iron Man pointed out, destacó, they have something to do with Jane Austen's novel Pride and Prejudice. Vamos a pronunciarlo. So her name, I think that's easy. Suena como la ciudad, aunque no se escriba igual. Austin, Texas. Jane Austen. And not Jane, Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice. He oído muchos alumnos decir prejudice, porque claro, ves eso, pero es dis. Prejudice. Are you prejudiced? And pride, acuérdate, es el sustantivo. El adjetivo es I'm proud. I'm really proud. I've got a lot of pride, right? And the second word, I think you call it the same, orgullo y prejuicio, if I'm not mistaken. It's a great title because you got that double alliteration. Pride and Prejudice. It was published today for the first time in the third word, the United Kingdom. We usually say UK, but just to spell it out, the United Kingdom. Number 4, Elizabeth Bennet. Elizabeth Bennet is the main character in this classic novel. Elizabeth Bennet con dos N's. The fifth one is Hertfordshire. Now, muchos americanos dirían Shire, pero no es Shire. Shire, cuando pones Shire, Yorkshire. No, it's Yorkshire. So, fijaos, hasta americanos lo decimos mal porque no somos británicos. So, they would say Yorkshire. Shire. Para nosotros, americanos, es Shire. Evidentemente, ellos lo dicen correcto. Si son de ahí, sabrán decirlo. So, there's un americano que no vive en Europa, diría Hertfordshire, cuando lo correcto sería Hertfordshire. Sure. So it's like that I and that E are melded together. It's weird. And last but not least is the publisher. You say editorial, and that was T. Egerton. All right, amigos, we have got to go to a quick commercial break right now. But we'll be right back, I can't believe it, with the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the fourth and final part of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. I love echoes. All right, after today's show, you're going to want to stay tuned. I'm sure Jimena Holiday is going to teach you tons of English on her program, Test Your English. It's right after today's show. Also, a quick reminder about our 500 euros off on our masters. That's only till the 31st of January, 2025. So get on it. You've also got new materials at the Vaughn Tienda. You got 365 días de wellness e inglés. You've got the master's discount, which I just said. You've also got Vaughn Talk Master.
I already told you how to download that. You've got to sign up for the Vaughn Student World, and then you can get a 1-week free trial. If you're following us on social media, then you'll be in the know, amigos. So follow us. Also, we've got our trivia night coming up. It's right around the corner. In fact, next Tuesday. It's about a week away if you're listening to this live. February 4th at the Toast Tap Room in Malasaña. And that's at 8 p.m. All your favorite teachers will be there. And some of your amigos as well, your fellow students. Always a great time. Bring the family. All right, amigos, it's time for today's Double Trouble. Yeah.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble here on the show with no name. And what if I tell you I've already given you a little clue? Well, we just looked at this word, so you should know it pretty well. Here we go. Trágate el orgullo, porque hay una manada de leones detrás de ti. Whoa. I think that's a good moment to tragarte el orgullo. Unless you want to be eaten alive. All right, so trágate el orgullo, porque hay una manada de leones detrás de ti. There's today's double trouble. You have to use the same word twice, as you know, and hopefully somebody will be able to figure it out. I'll tell you what, if you've seen the recent Mufasa movie, they play with this double meaning, this double entendre, this play on words. All right, so trágate el orgullo. Hay una manada de leones detrás de ti. That's today's double trouble. Also, let me give you today's Say What soundbite for the fourth and final time. We'll see if somebody can figure it out.
It was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. We always just, I don't know, we never were like crazy party animals per se. I don't think. I mean, we never really got into really drugs or anything. Never got in trouble. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. We just kept a good image, and I guess that still upholds, I guess.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you.
That's right, my amigos. All right, let's see what we've got over here in today's Double Trouble. We'll see if anybody figured them out. And Born to Iron Man, they have left you alone today. You're not alone at all. You've got a lot of students with you, but you're the only one whose phone seems to work today. So great job. Born to Iron Man, today you get the gold medal, the highest prize, que ya sabemos pronunciarlo. All right, my amigos. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got in our double trouble. Let's see, I believe he got it right. He said, swallow your pride, because there are a pride, or there is, porque hablas del grupo, okay? There's a pride of lions behind you. Yes! Yeah. My favorite one is a murder of crows. Did you know this one? Cuervos is a murder. O sea, tenemos nombres raros, right? A weird way of calling different animals. We looked at litter the other day, a litter of kittens, right? A litter of kittens is for cats. Let me see. I'm looking for some other ones here. A gathering of hyenas is called a cackle. A cackle of hyenas. You know what cackle means? Like what a witch does. So it kind of makes sense. What do lions have? They have pride, right? They're proud. Lions are proud. So it's called a pride of lions, right? And in the Mufasa movie, he goes, you won't break my stride. No one can take my pride. No one can touch my pride. Piénsalo en inglés. Mi orgullo barra mi manada de leones. So it's got a great double meaning. Rhinos, se puede decir rhinoceros, pero mucho más fácil. Rhinos, a crash of rhinos. That's right, a crash of rhinos. A herd, esa es muy común. A herd of sheep, a herd. De hecho, a shepherd es la persona que lleva, what's the word you say? El que lleva los borregos, right? A shepherd. Let's see, baboons, a troop of baboons, a shrewdness of apes. Good job, Born to Iron Man. I didn't even know that one. A herd, otra vez, herd se ve bastante. De hecho, herd suena igual que oí. O sea, vamos a decir esta. I heard a herd of antelope. Okay. I heard a herd of buffalo. Okay. Cattle. A brood or a peep of chickens. I didn't even know that one. A bed of clams. That makes sense because they're on the ocean floor. A bed of clams. A band of coyotes. A pack of dogs. A herd of deer. A litter of cubs. Cubs are baby bears, so we would call a group of baby bears a litter. We use the same one. So litter and herd are two that you'll see a lot. Okay, pack, litter, a pack of wolves, right? Luego hay algunos que dices, what? Right? Born to Iron Man says, a caravan of camels. Yeah, well, makes sense, though. See, some of them make sense. A herd of elephants. Think about that. You would know if you heard a herd of elephants. You would know it. Oh, esta me encanta. Una banda. A gang of elks. Los alces americanos estos. Let's see. An army or colony of frogs. That sounds like a good comic book. We are the army of frogs. A flock. Esta es buena. A flock, que lo sabemos, the birds of a feather flock together. Right? Dios los junta ahí. Well, a flock of geese. Acuérdate, goose es el singular de ganso. Geese es el plural. A flock or a gaggle of geese. A herd of goats or a tribe. I love that one. Una tribu. Okay. Hawks. A cast or a kettle. Wow. Oh, esta me encanta. A bloat of hippos. Bloat es estar hinchado. If your stomach is bloated, está hinchado. So it makes sense. A bloat of hippopotamuses, or más fácil, hippos. Let's see. Horse, a team or pair. But what if it's more than two? That doesn't make sense. A smuck or a brood of jellyfish. Jellyfish, you call them medusas. A troop or a mob. A mob is un grupo grande, como,
no organizado o una mafia, right? The mob was mobbed by people at the convention. Let's see. Leopard, a leap of leopards. I love that one. Leap es saltar. Kind of makes sense. A flock of lice. Oh, qué bien, los piojos. A plague of locusts. Bueno, that makes sense. What else have we got here? I'm looking at a troop of monkeys. Una tropa. That kind of makes sense. Owls. I love this one. Estas lo sabemos todos también. A parliament of owls. Un parlamento de búhos, right? Pigs, no lo sabía. A litter of pigs. Litter, o sea, cerdos se usa igual que los gatitos. Okay? A litter, let's see, any more rhino? A crash of rhinos or a herd of rhinos, as I said, and you've heard the word herd quite a bit. So there you go, my amigos. That's your double trouble. Swallow your pride, because there's a pride of lions behind you. All right, great. Born to Iron Man also says, a school of fish. Absolutely. Another one we say, un cole. You say un banco, right? Let's see. He also says, a pack of wolves indeed. There's a professional cyclists team whose nickname is the Pack of Wolves. La Manada de Lobos. Sodal Quick Step UCI World Team. Shout out to the Pack of Wolves. All right, amigos, it's time to move on, though. We're going to the movies. Name that movie. That's right, amigos. That's right. All right, we're going to take a look at a movie. We'll learn some English from it, as always. Let's see if you know the movie based on the synopsis. In 1951, the year my mother was born, esa parte no viene. In 1951, a blacklisted Hollywood writer gets into a car accident, loses his memory, and settles down in a small town where he is mistaken for a long-lost son. Wow, that's a crazy premise for a story. So in 1951, we know that was the McCarthyism, the communist, in Hollywood, and they blacklisted people. And so a blacklisted Hollywood writer, escritor, gets into a car accident, right? Está en un accidente de coche. He loses his memory, pierde la memoria, and settles down. Se senta la cabeza, what is the word? Se establece. He settles down. It's a great word because to settle down has many meanings. Settle down is tranquilízate. Settle down. You're a little bit nervous. Also, to settle down is to get married, but also to settle down is to establish roots in a certain place. So this would be that one, right? So he settles down in a small town where he is mistaken, le confunden por, he is mistaken for a long-lost son. And obviously the word son is hijo, and long-lost is perdido hace mucho tiempo. Makes sense, right? And we've got our winner. Wow, dude, you are on it today. Born to Iron Man. This man doesn't need a team. He does it on his own. Unbelievable, dude. I think you've gotten every section today. You are definitely getting a great workout. Un buen entrenamiento aquí hoy. All right, well, the movie is called The Majestic. Let's pronounce that word porque tiene la J que cuesta a muchos alumnos. No majestic, majestic. And this movie stars Jim Carrey, Martin Landau, and Bob Balaban. Although I don't think Jim Carrey really carries the movie. Okay, it wasn't funny. All right, it's called The Majestic. It's a great movie.
I've seen it a few times, and I like the cinematography. I like that 1950s kind of feel, too, when you're watching a movie. It takes you to another place, you know? So let's take a look. Hello, I'm trying to close this page, and it doesn't want to close. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the scene over here, and we'll see what we've got. This is a scene between Bob and Peter, okay? And Bob says, I knew Luke Trimble. Yo le conocía. I knew Luke Trimble. I didn't like him much. No me cayó muy bien. I didn't like him much. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. No digo que él es mala gente. He just rubbed me the wrong way. You know this one? Any Christina Aguilera fans? I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Gotta rub me the right way, honey. So, frotar a alguien the right way es me caes bien. You rub me the wrong way, nuestra energía no mezcla. Okay? So, he says, he just rubbed me the wrong way. Right? To rub somebody the wrong way. Como, no me dio un buen feeling, ¿no? He says, you know that feeling? Y no dice feeling. Dice sin la G aquí. You know that feeling? Somebody rubs you the wrong way, and you can't even explain why. You kind of rub me that way. Pues tú a mí me caes de esa manera también. Not that it makes you Luke. No es que tú seas Luke. Because remember, they think he's his long-lost son. So I want to know, what kind of game are you running? ¿Qué tipo de juego estás haciendo, jugando? ¿Qué tipo de jugada, I would say? What kind of game are you running anyway? Who are you really? ¿Quién eres de verdad? And Peter says, just a guy trying to figure things out. Un tipo que está intentando averiguar las cosas. I'm just trying to figure things out. And Bob says, well, this town's had enough heartbreak. And heartbreak is tristeza, right? This town's had enough heartbreak. Too much. Me, I think you're setting everybody up for more, ¿no? And to set everybody up es no estás preparando para más, right? No estás metiendo en esta trampa para sufrir más. And he says, I hope I'm wrong. Espero que no tenga la razón. I hope I'm wrong. But I haven't had to kill anybody since the war. In other words, I think he's threatening him, like, don't bring your problems to this quiet, small town. All right, amigos, we've got to move on. We're going to famous birthday trivia. That's right. It's famous birthdays. We've got to fly through this because we are running out of time. The first birthday girl was born today in 1968. She is a Canadian singer, songwriter, pianist, and producer. She has sold over 40 million albums worldwide. Her best-selling album is called Surfacing, viniendo a la superficie. Como todo, en inglés puede ser verbo. No, llegando a la superficie. Surfacing, que no se dice surface, sino surface. That was in 1997. She won 2 Grammy Awards out of the 4 nominations she received. And also, she founded a very popular tour, music festival called the Lilith Fair Tour. And this showcases female musicians. So as well as being a staple in the music world, and especially in the Canadian music world, she's also a pioneer. All right, up next, this guy was born in 1959, an American director and producer. He's been nominated for 3 Academy Awards. Some of the movies you might know of his: A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, The Fly 2, also The Shawshank Redemption. ¡Qué peliculón! Cadena Perpetua, The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, and The Mist. Those were 3 times he collaborated with Stephen King. And also, he directed The Majestic, today's Name That movie. Oh, ho, ho. And last but not least, this guy was born today in 1977, an American singer, dancer, TV personality. He's best known as a member, though, of the group NSYNC. In fact, él es, I'm not fat shaming here, pero las cosas como son. He's el gordo del grupo. Okay? And his last name, y esto no se pronuncia así, pero su apellido es El Gordo. I swear to God, you cannot plan this more. O sea, El Gordo, con todos mis respetos, que le conocí, de hecho, y le he visto en Broadway también, because he does Broadway things. Well, his last name is El Gordo in English. That's right. So I don't know what happened there. That was poor guy. Well, not poor. He's done very well for himself. All right, our 3 famous birthdays today. Number 1, Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan, she's a very famous singer, wonderful artist. Number 2, director Frank Darabont. And number 3, Joey Fatone. Pero si separas Fatone, it's fat one. So it's not pronounced Joey Fat One or Joey Fatone, as the Italians would, but it's Joey Fatone, americanizado. Menos mal que no dijo Joey Fat One. Pero te puedes imaginar los chistes que le han caído. And this is Joey Fatone in today's Say What soundbite. And he's talking about how they were good kids when they were in sync. They didn't get into too much trouble. He says it was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. Siempre nos mantuvimos la cabeza encima de los hombros. O sea, con los pies en la tierra. He says, I don't know. We were never like crazy party animals. No éramos como juerguistas. Per se, como quien dice. You know, I don't think. He goes, I never got really into drugs, really, dice really 4 veces, or anything. I never really got in trouble. Nunca me metí en líos. So I don't know. We just kept a good image. And I guess that still upholds, I guess. Se sigue teniendo validez eso. So here he is, Joey Fatone.
It was weird because we always kept our head on our shoulders. We always just, I don't know, we never were like crazy party animals per se. I don't think. I mean, we never really got into really drugs or anything. Never got in trouble. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. We just kept a good image, and I guess that still upholds, I guess.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name. Great job, Born to Iron Man. That's it. Great job, Born to Iron Man. You knocked it out of the park. Even though there are more people listening, well, the ones who were with you didn't back you up today. But don't worry, I have a hunch the girls will be back tomorrow, your besties. And today we're going to take a look at a song by Sarah McLachlan, birthday girl Sarah McLachlan. This one is from the movie Toy Story 2, and it's called When She Loved Me. So Google the lyrics, and we can sing it together as we say goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll be back tomorrow with more. And up next, you know, Jimena Holiday, Test Your English. Don't miss it.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful.